What's going on, fam? Welcome back. This is Chris with F4YT Thoughts. I know you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another divine alignment light code message, and we are continuing our presentation series with merging with our guardian angel, our higher self, by going through these 7 centers of integration. And today is all about the genital center, right? That honeycomb hideout, if you know what I mean, that number 2 sacred area, right? Dealing with the ray. So if you're new to the channel, you know it's all about, growing, leveling up, realizing like, hey, there's always more to know, right? And leaving no stone unturned. So be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? And so the reason why each and every one of you guys are, attracted, intuitively guided to these presentations, because you are highly advanced. You coming from higher realms to have this experience, and we leave each other little clues, right, to get us to the next step, right? So obviously you receive your call to adventure from the universe. The right people, place, and event gonna line up to your vibration at this present time to support your growth. You've been building a better relationship with your intuition. You've been learning more about energy, frequency, and vibrations. You've been digging into astrology, geometry, these different synchronicities with the numbers, right? And working with Mother Nature, learning way more about your anatomy, because your body can do way more than what they taught us in school, right? And most importantly, to have that homeostasis as we navigate, we've been learning these 7 hermetic principles, right? Learning what they are, and how can we apply these tools in our lives to get more balance. And that way, as we get more balance, we'll see the results, and we're gonna be able to pour on to other people. Gonna ask you questions like, man, what are you doing? You look great, right? So with that being said, the universe gonna line you up with the right people, place, and event to support your growth, right? They're gonna share their true ups and downs, the things that work and don't work for them, right? And the tools that help them level up. So I'm nice enough, to partner if I can, by all means, if I can, right? I like to partner my experiences up with a reference, and these references have many other references at the back, right? So use these as tools to get you a different perspective, so you can see the bigger piece of the puzzle. I hope that makes sense. So each and every day, we got to be the cause in our life instead of waiting for the effect to happen. So we're gonna, leave no stone unturned as we grow through our own personal transformation and atonement process each and every day. So it's all about being very intentional with, investing 15 minutes learning more about who we are, why we're here on the planet at this time, and also our spiritual development, okay, and physical health too, okay, because your body is, part of the divine, okay, and we're going to cover that. So I'm gonna give you some key points and some takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here and just share my experience with you, and these are just tools to put in your toolbox. So if you encounter certain situations, you can be like, hey, you can't say nobody tried to tell you. I did, right? So have fun with this stuff, okay? So at the end of the day, guys, it's all about unity consciousness, what messages from the universe or source within you, because by now you realize that everything's interconnected, and we are the universe, okay? So that means that all of us need to take full responsibility and accountability for our actions. We cannot blame anybody. We can always do things better than we did before, okay? It's always working on ourselves, okay? That's what it's all about. And as you continue to work on yourself, you're gonna figure out like, man, I can be better. I can be a better husband. I can be a better father. I can be a better wife. I can be a better mother, right? So everything will start lining up, especially when you start learning these 7 hermetic principles, okay, and using my in your life, right? So underneath all the layers, as we get started, right, you are part of the divine mind. You're a divine light being, having this human experience as you. This is your true self, right? And so you're here to learn, learn some lessons. Each and every person have their own unique path and purpose and destiny that they have to fulfill. Nobody can do it but you. So when you come through here, right, when you get ready to make your manifestation from higher dimensions, right, your mom and dad link up, the deal, right? And you come through the divine portal of your mom, because your mom can have either male or female, right? The game. So as you come here, you're here to get that knowledge. You're gonna partner that up with the experience, testing things out, see what works, see what doesn't work, and that stuff gonna make you wise. But you continue to work on yourself, getting more knowledge, getting more experience and wisdom. And then what's gonna happen, you're gonna balance off your spiritual knowledge with your material knowledge, and that way you can become whole, right? That divine masculine and feminine principle that we've been talking about so much. So you're gonna have, instead of 360 degrees of knowledge, you're gonna have 720, and 7 plus 2 equal 9, right? Plus that 0. That means you're working with the divine source, okay? I hope that makes sense. And what's going to happen as you start learning these 7 hermetic principles and just being intentional with your personal growth and learning more about the universe and learning more about your anatomy, you'll be amazed. The universe gonna send you all kind of different confirmation, so to speak, to let you know you're on the right path, and you'll realize that your quality of life will start to change too. You know, money will start coming your way through different sources, right? So with that being said, have fun, okay? So to get a different perspective, please, you know, watch the Astral City, A Spiritual Journey. I repeat, Astral City, A Spiritual Journey. It'll give you a different perspective of, you know, of what's kind of going on as you come here to get this experience, okay? And pay attention to your 7-year growth cycles too. So if you feel like you really haven't grown, you've been kind of stagnant for a while, you know, look at the people, places, and the environment that you're around, and you may need to, you know, use the process of elimination, figure out, okay, who came in my life, you know, what came in my life, and what am I around that's kind of slowed me down and distracted me from my purpose and mission in life, okay? And again, learn these 7 hermetic principles going to get you out of some jams, okay? So the principle of truth are 7. He or she who knows these understandably possess the magic key before whose touch of all doors of the temple fly open in your mind. And speaking of mind, everything starts in the divine mind before it manifests in the physical. Everything starts in the spiritual realm, the unseen realm, first before it manifests in the physical. And it goes through correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. All right, to make sure you stay centered on your heart chakra, please apply these 7 principles of mind. These principles are basically a system of morals and values that going to help guide your thought and behavior as you navigate and when you around people, places, and events, right? So they consist of truth, justice, righteousness, reciprocity, balance, order, and harmony. So with that being said, we have the divine power with our next move to either lift people up, you know, or tear people down. Are we here to help, you know, add value to people, enlighten people, to get them, you know, get them some new information to help them, and that way they can empower themselves, and by them being empowered, they can empower their family and other people. All right, it's a gift that keep on giving, right? So with that being said here, you know, today is all about, you know, the genital center, or that honeycomb hideout, right? So the main issue, plexus, and the related functions are, you got emotional balance in this chakra right here, right? Dealing with sexuality and procreation. And then when it comes to the plexus gland, you got lumbar plexus, sex organs, and also adrenals. And then, you know, when it comes to related function, deal with sexual function, elimination, and water regulation. All right. And so the main thing, as you learn more about who you are while you're here on the planet, it's time to start incorporating all these different methodologies or modalities, so to speak, right? To increase your knowledge base, you're going to increase your level of consciousness. So you're going to be going from the terrestrial to the celestial and tapping into some higher frequency and vibration. So you're basically going from physical, emotion, to the mind, and tap into that divine God particle within you. And that by you doing that, you're going to strengthen your energy, frequency, and vibration with your higher self. So you can tap into your own Christ consciousness and start getting some of these messages too, okay? All right, with that being said, again, everything starts in the mind first. You got the spiritual brain map giving you the as above, so below, so you can help line things up. I hope this makes sense. You got Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna, right? And then with that being said, it's all about raising that energy, you know, tapping into your heart chakra so you can start really seeing what's going on. And then it's going to, you know, basically raise you to a different vibration where you have better experiences, so to speak, okay? But you need to tap into that higher mind, that most high mind, right? That neocortex, deal with rational or thinking brain, right? That genius mind, right? And then you have the limbic system, which is deal with the emotion and feeling brain. Then you have the reptilian brain, deal with instincts, and the dinosaur brain. And this is where Stockholm syndrome, you know, resides too. Dealing with fear manipulation versus, you know, having people using their critical thinking skills in the most high brain, right? And then you also, don't let me forget, you have the amygdala, right? So with dealing with that, you know, just be mindful of television, right? It's time to tell your vision, do your own programming, okay? But within this region, you know, being in the root chakra, so to speak, of the mind, it's going to trigger, you know, flight, fight, or freeze. And then it deals with, it's going to keep you focused on sex, drugs, work, sports, survival, gossip, you name it, okay? So material items are going to come and go, but it's all about knowledge of self. How much do you know about yourself? How much do you know about the universe, okay? And what's going to happen, the universe is going to keep sending you all kind of different synchronistic events to support your growth. But when you know better, you're going to do better, okay? So follow your own lane. So that's why knowledge of self is more important and longer lasting. So if you don't learn anything else, learn these 7 hermetic principles, okay? There's a good side, not so good side to everything, but it's all about balancing that material and spiritual knowledge so you can be whole and have that 720 degrees of knowledge equal 9, okay? So with that being said, you realize, like, as you tapping into this knowledge, okay, your words are powerful. So with your words, you can either, you know, make a person's day, or you can mess up their whole complete day, right? Just by your words, simple words, right? So be mindful, you know, be very intentional with the words that you say, so you can, you know, help, you know, encourage people. All right, there's a good way to let people down. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So it's all about the delivery, in other words. Okay, so let's talk about this center, my takeaways, and get you out of here. So when it comes to the genital center, this is the Svadhisthana chakra. All right, the attributes relate to sexuality and all its aspects, procreation, fantasies, and dreams. All right, and the physical location again is the genital area that we illustrated right here. Okay, element is water, and remember, your body is the temple of your spirit, and your body is also the vehicle by which your guardian angel, your higher self, the divine inner within you, right, manifests in this physical world. So it is through your senses and actions, I repeat, through your senses and actions of your body, you may act to accomplish your will in this life. So it's up to you. So the genetic code that created you is very sacred and is a manifestation of your higher self, and thus that guard particle that we've been talking about, so that you can tap into. All right, so with that being said, let's talk about sex, okay? So sex, right? Sex is the divine gift from the source that is both pleasurable and sacred, all right? All non-harmful, consensual sex is sacred, okay? So it's time for all of us to examine, you know, just examine our lives and trust our intuition when it comes to this, okay? We've been miseducated when it comes to this energy and how to use it to, you know, for our benefit and rise, okay? Right? So these are my takeaways. I'm gonna get you out of here. So number one, if you feel, you know, uncomfortable with sex in general or with your sexuality, you know what's going to happen. This is going to create a blockage, okay? A low vibration is going to keep you trapped in that root chakra of your brain, okay? And then it's going to prevent you from uniting with your higher self. So remember, you are a mirror image of your higher self, and through the miseducation is preventing your divine connection because you're not using that sex energy appropriately. All right, number two, now if you are embarrassed by sex or your sexuality, you are embarrassed by the creator, the divine inner within you, okay? Again, it's through the miseducation. So these bad mental programs cause confusion between divine reproduction, between, you know, male and female to produce a product versus, you know, just masturbation without a product. You have pleasure, but there's no product, right? I hope that makes sense. So with that being said, sexuality is the most powerful energetic force available to you. When you use it correctly, it can restrict your, you know, but if you don't, it can restrict your psyche, your mind state, and then what's going to happen is going to generate perversion. All right, that's why you see pretty much like soft porn on TV all day long. It's all about these bad mental programs, okay? All right, and negative energies, and then it's gonna lead to those negative behaviors. So it's time to, you know, start all over from scratch, right? All right, and start studying our body. But you know, sex, when you use the sex, it's all about moderation and balance, okay? Don't overuse that energy, okay? So according to Western culture, you know, Western culture has trouble dealing with sexuality in general, as we can see. Just look around. So, and its true purpose, okay? But capitalism, as you can see that too, has turned the most sacred experiences between the divine masculine and feminine principle into a business model. So listen to your intuition for guidance, okay? You know, sexual practice, again, as long as they don't physically, mentally, or emotionally harm another person, is acceptable sacraments, okay? But at the end of the day, we got to consider what? Moderation. Moderation and balance is key to retain that seed, you know, both male and female, okay? So what you're going to do, you're going to transmute those urges, those animal urges in that reptilian brain, right? You're gonna tame those urges with seed retention, male and female, because we both have a seed manifest every 30 days, and we're gonna transmute and redirect that energy to like reading more about all these different modalities here and researching and testing things out, like these 7 hermetic principles, okay? And as we get ready to close things out, Again, sex must be seen as a holy sacrament and a process to continue the species on a physical level, and a way to strengthen your divine connection on a spiritual level, because your angels, both of your higher selves are getting together and linking up on the spiritual realm. I hope that makes sense. As above, so below. All right. So with that being said, it's time, you got to focus your will with love, via this sexuality, using this energy correctly. And what's going to happen is going to put you on a higher frequency and vibration for miracles, manifestation. Right. And I talked this over with my divine other too. Right. This energy can help heal. And also this energy, it can help you attain those goals, because you're redirecting those energy, transmuting those animal urges, right? And start reading and researching and stuff and testing things out, right? And then it's also, when you use this energy correctly in a positive manner, right? It's all about your intent. It's going to also help remove energetic blockages, right? So if you haven't fired off around in quite some time, maybe you need to fire off around. Okay, all right. But with that being said, again, it's all about moderation, balance, and proper education and understanding, right? Don't overuse your organs and these energies. Okay, everything is sacred. All right, as we get ready to close things out, sex energies, again, is one of the most effective ways to further your union with your divine inner, that inner voice, your own energy, that spirit. Okay, so with that being said, please keep in mind your shadow, that lower nature of you, right? That devil side of you, right? Love sex too. Now, because it's a vast source of energy that can be channeled either in a good way or a negative way. But again, you got to use these things as a tool. Your body, is a biocomputer, so to speak. Okay, so use these urges and these energies as a tool to focus. Okay, so basically you transmuting the energy and you redirecting it to another area so you can manifest stuff a little bit quicker, if I put it in like layman's terms. Okay, and as we close things out, number 7, all right, many different traditions have banned, restricted, or vilified sex. So I'm here to tell you from experience, okay, sex is very spiritual. So deal with it on all aspects of self with love, awareness, because the more you know, the more you grow, and people can't pimp or play you no more, right? And then you'll start to enjoy these experiences and not in the shadow side of fear and ignorance, because when you get to the ignorance part, that means you choose to ignore to do your own research. Okay, so it's time for all of us to love ourselves, to grow to the next level. And this has been my personal takeaway when it comes to the 7 centers of integration, when it comes to the genital center. Number 2, right? Be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate you, right? As always, Earth is a school. Our purpose and mission require learning a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our soul growth. And as you grow, you're going to help people to help themselves. Trust your own inner voice, your own energy. Again, invest 15 minutes each and every day into your physical, mental, and spiritual development. And after 30, 60, 90 days, you'll be amazed. Like, man, you have no choice but to learn something if you invest the time and be very intentional. You have no choice. Okay, so I care about you that much to give you that kind of knowledge. Okay, but take care of yourself. We're gonna come back with our next presentation going into the navel or the solar plexus. But take care of yourself, love yourself. Again, be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. Until next time, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.